Hey, so today I got in my order of the Arboreal 18 by 18 by 24 inch terrarium that is for my crested gecko. He is due for an upgrade, so I got on the live TikTok of dubia.com, caught a great sale, shipped in like no time. Here it is. So we'll see how shipping held up because the delivery driver leaned it up against the side of my house and then it fell over by the time that I got home to get it. So we'll see how it held up. Let's unbox this and put it together. This is my first dubia.com purchase ever. And I did get it through their TikTok shop. The process was pretty seamless, nothing too crazy. I've actually never purchased anything through TikTok, so that was nice. And then I really needed an upgrade for her, and they really came in clutch with this. I've got a few other animals that are going to be needing some upgrades, so I am looking into possibly getting some 4x2x2s from them, and maybe like their stacker that goes in between them, because I do have a few other animals that could use some extra space, but I'm trying it out with this one, and we're going to put this together. I have it here that it is pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy. They've also done away with the old trusty mallet. If you aren't familiar with dubia.com, they used to have a little mallet that was kind of part of their whole, it was just like their mascot almost. And you'd use this little mallet to put together the pieces to make sure they were secure. But now it is a little Allen key. So we'll see how that goes. If I can get this apart, this would be, the first step to putting it together. Okay, awesome. Oh my goodness. All right, so they sent a mallet. So this must be one of the older versions. I know this is a V2, and they've got some V3s out. I don't know if there's a V3 for the 18 by 18 by 24, but this is the mallet that I don't believe they have anymore. So I guess this is a mallet put together enclosure. So that's cool. I was hoping that I would be able to join the cool kids club and get the mallet. Maybe I shouldn't take these tiny little pieces out. Maybe I should also read instructions, but there's a QR code to scan, and I'm using my phone to record. So I don't know how that works out. Well, let's unbox it, and then we'll see. Sometimes instructions are not necessary. We'll see how necessary they are. But this looks like this is the bottom, and it looks like there is a film over this. We'll set that to the side. This looks like the top, where you put the lights, and we've got some tempered glass for the door, and it looks like it's all in one piece. And it looks like all of these pieces are in one piece. So far, so good. And it looks like these all have a film on them as well. And there's a cutout for your wires. And then they got these little caps to go on. So there's like little holes that you put the cords through. And you can take it off, put your cord management in there, because you maybe have a misting machine, which one day I'll get, because manually misting the cage gets a little old. What else? There are no written instructions, and I did not look the instructions up beforehand. See, there's a QR code on the back that says assembly instructions. And I did not read them beforehand, and I don't know if I have another device to scan that. So BRB. Okay, I have my computer now. So now I can read the instructions as we put this together. So first it says, assemble on hard floors. Check. Carpet does not work. Make sure to remove the blue film off of each side of every panel. Pay attention to the stickers telling you what to do, and the door can open to the left or the right. Well, that's pretty nice. I think I will want it to open to the left because I'm right-handed. So, well, how do we get this off without scratching it? I don't know. But I will put a timer or something so you know how long this takes me to put this together. I think the longest part is going to be me trying to get this. It says remove film from... let me double check. It says remove the blue film off of every side of every panel. Maybe not the bottom. We're going to leave that because It didn't break. It is PVC. It's not glass. So let's see. Break it before I even put it together. Okay. Well, I guess we'll start with step one. And the step one was not remove the blue non-existent stuff off of that. So we'll start with actually reading the instructions since they are in front of me. Remove film from panels and glass door. Well, I have to get the tape off first. I don't like the sound of that. All right, so all of my panels have been defilmed, and now it says remove the film from the panels and the glass door on both sides. Done. Set the bottom panel, part A, assuming this is part A, on a hard surface with all the corner connectors facing up as pictured below. Insert long L-shaped backboard bars, part J, into the back corner connectors of the bottom panel. Hammer them down using the mallet. Am I just supposed to guess what L is? I mean, this is in the shape of an L. Kinda. Okay. Trusty old mallet. This thing is not coming apart. It's a lot of work. Still not all the way down. Let me tell you, this thing is not coming apart. I guess that's it. Step 4, gather the long L-shaped front bars. Front has this little edge for resting the door on. Oh my gosh. So it says gather the long L-shaped front bars for I and the long L-shaped bar with logo. Connect these by using the mallet to make an H shape, with the logo bar connecting to the corner connectors towards the bottom of the front L-shaped bars. Make sure the logo bar has the tracks facing down. Good thing I am paying attention because that could have been bad. Oh, okay. The track is not for the door. The track is for this acrylic substrate. Make sure the logo bar has the tracks facing down. Then add your acrylic substrate barrier into the front tracks on the bottom panel pictured below. Okay, acrylic. We're skipping a step. Sorry. So it's going to be like this. So this can be like this. Okay. Just making sure. And then the holes, there's holes here, they line up. So that makes sense. So I made my H and I've got my acrylic piece. It's like shaving off little pieces of plastic. Oh, hold on. Let me read the instructions. Once the substrate barrier is in place, take your H shape and place it into the corner connectors of the bottom panel. Then slowly hammer the bars down in place, making sure the substrate barrier lines up and goes into the bottom tracks on the logo bar. Important note, when hammering down the L shape, be sure to alternate sides to ensure the bars go in evenly. That's smart. I don't like how loud this is. That didn't really do anything. Good thing I don't have neighbors below me and I'm not in an apartment. Because it is 9:30 p.m. That's together. Next, insert the back panel, part F, the one without holes. Because we don't actually know which parts are which. We're just taking an educated guess. The tracks. Okay, turn it so you can see. Insert the left and right. Make sure the cable ports are at the top and probably towards the back. 2. Gather the cable port covers. These screw apart 2 ways. Unscrew as shown for assembly. Place the covered part into the exterior hole and screw the hollow part into that via the interior hole. Okay, got them apart. Important note, cable port covers unscrew into places. Once assembled, they can be turned to remove the cover part when adding cables for interior lighting. Be aware some species can turn these and possibly escape. If you do not have interior lighting, you can use an aquarium grade silicone to secure it permanently. Be aware of cure times based on brand. Place the top panel, part B, the screen, in with the cover, with the corner connectors facing down and lined up with the corner connectors on the long L shapes. Be sure the front sticker is facing. Whoop. Gotta read instructions. It says top front. Make sure the front sticker is facing the front of the enclosure, then gently hammer down the corners of the screen. Important note, alternate hammering each corner to make sure it goes in evenly. Okay, that is together. Place the bottom door pin, part Q, short side down into either the left or the right hole on the logo bar. Oh, it comes with a lock. How nice. So this must be the pin, short side down, and I want the hinge on the left. Place the hole on the bottom of the glass panel over the long part, then gently close the door. While holding the door closed in place, insert the top door pin through the hole of the top panel into the glass door, lined up on the same side as the door pin. What else we got here? Insert the door pin. Yeah, I did have to use the mallet because that was like really tough in my poor little hand. I got little circles. I got that. Gather the parts, door lock, black rubber door protector, door lock screws 4, and metal nuts and washers 5. Apply part N, this door protector, then add the lock. Neato. Okay. Insert the screws through the front of the lock. So not gonna lie, it is pretty difficult to try and do this on a vertical space. So we're gonna do it like this. And kind of put it together this way. Okay, insert the screws through the front of the lock. Rubber washers on the, oh, hold on. Need to put that on the, whoopsie, silly me. Okay, so put this on here, got it. Okay, oops. And then finally screw on the metal nuts behind that. Not gonna lie, I do kind of wish they had paper instructions, but this isn't that bad because I've got my computer here and I can just keep where I'm at and rather than have to find it again. Follow directions on the bag for setting up the lock combination, how to reset the code, find the hole under the lock. Oh, hold on. Ta-da! That way they stay in place. It came with these 2 extra, oh, the little holes aren't. There we go. I thought they were just like little pads, but there's holes. They just weren't punched out. Okay, and then follow the instructions on this to set the code. How to reset the code: find the hole under the lock, press and hold while setting the password. Release after changing the code to complete the setting. If you want to reset the password, press the hole and set the numbers back. So that must be what this little doodad is for. So let's set it. Where's the hole? It says, find the hole under the lock. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So, how to reset the code. Find the hole, press and hold while setting the password. Does it have to be this way? Yes. Okay. Release after changing the code to complete the setting. That's pretty neato. Ta-da! Yay! I will be making this into a bioactive enclosure whenever I go to the next reptile convention. I'm going to be getting some pieces of wood to furnish my gecko's new home. Let's get a close-up on it though. So here we are. We've got, it is pretty light, but this is the enclosure, 18 by 18 by 24. You've got the cable ports, one on each side, so depending on where you want the cables to be, and you will just turn it to however many cables you want to expose, but you can turn it all the way till the circles line up and remove it to do your cable management. And then when you have finished, put it back in there and have however many exposed. That is that. Now, I do have some pieces of wood that I've been saving for this project because I knew one day she'd be growing up and need her new big enclosure. So I am going to be making the background something with the cork bark, and I also have this cool cork bark that has some like openings. So I'm not sure, you know, how I'll have that. Maybe I'll stick plants in there. Maybe I'll leave it open for her. But I thought that was pretty fun. And maybe if I did it like that, I could put the plants in there. But what I'm looking for at the reptile convention that I'm going to is a big piece of maybe spider wood or something that has a lot of branches to be able to fill up the space in the inside, the center section. Because there is a lot of open space and I want her to be able to use all of it so she can go wherever she wants. She isn't a bioactive right now, but it's just a little 12 by 12 by 18. So she's going to love her new space that she's going to have to explore and hide. And I'm excited to see her enjoy that. But it took about a little less than 45 minutes to put it together, even when it seemed like it was taking a lot longer than that. I'm actually pretty surprised that it only took that long because it felt like it was longer. But yeah, so that is dubia.com's reptile habitats. It looks really nice. It actually was fairly easy to put together, just needed a little bit of oomph. That's that. So thanks so much for watching. Maybe the next video you'll see of this enclosure will be a bioactive setup and how I go about making that, because it'll be my third one that I make. So now I've got all of the little tips and tricks on how to make it even better. So stay tuned for that. Otherwise, have a good night.